One of the things that I like about the Mass is the proclamation of the Gospels, how the priest or the deacon proclaims the Gospel in the name of Jesus Christ, how we surround the Gospels with candles and incense and procession, how we usually have a nice cover for the book of the Gospels, and even how once the Gospel is being finished proclaimed, the priest or the deacon even kisses the Gospel book. And why do we do this? Why do we surround the Gospel with all of these things? Well, it's because the Gospels contain the very words of Jesus Christ. And for us as Catholics and as Christians, nothing and nobody takes precedence over the words and the presence of Jesus Christ. Now, why is this so important? Well, every single one of us has some sort of guiding person or guiding principle in our lives. For some of us, it might be a politician, for others, a celebrity, for others, a certain philosophy or lifestyle, or simply just the prevailing trend of the day. But for us as Catholics, our guiding principle, our guiding standard is always and everywhere the person and the words of Jesus Christ. When we base our lives on a person or an idea that's not Jesus Christ, by definition, we've placed it in something that's fallible, that's going to fail, that's going to disappoint. It's like building a foundation on sand. And when the winds and the fires and the destructions of life come, the house will topple over. It'll be destroyed. But when we build our lives on Christ, we're building it on a sure and firm foundation because we're building it upon Emmanuel, God made flesh, the God-man himself, Jesus Christ, God in the flesh. Even among Catholics and Christians, we have to be really careful about lifting up this pastor or this spiritual book or this saint or this technique at an even higher level than we would Jesus and Jesus' own words. Because once we've done that, we've entered the wrong spiritual path. One of the saints that's making a big comeback, especially in recent years, and thanks be to God for it, is St. Thomas Aquinas. I remember in my earliest years of seminary formation, we looked at St. Thomas Aquinas, but not in very much detail. We didn't really talk about him all that much. And so now he's making a big comeback, not only in the seminaries, but just in the life of the church in general. And this is really good news. However, I have seen that in certain circles within the church, when it comes to St. Thomas Aquinas, they can begin to speak about him and discuss him as if he were the Messiah himself. And in certain cases, there's this tendency to lift up his words and his writings even like on the same level as the words of Jesus or even higher. And this is a mistake. Once we've done this, we're on a very slippery slope in the spiritual life. Now, I give this example of St. Thomas Aquinas, but you can really apply this to anything. You can ask yourself, what in my life do I put at a higher level than Jesus Christ? Is it a political party? Is it an ideology? Is it a celebrity? Is it a lifestyle? Whatever it might be, what is it that I'm putting higher than Jesus Christ? Whatever that is, needs to be toppled over. It needs to be destroyed. It needs to be subsumed to Christ. Our Catholic belief is that all people, all ideas, and everything in life needs to be subsumed under the one banner of Christ. This is the authentically Catholic position, and only when we operate out of that particular framework can we begin to thrive and flourish in the spiritual life. So today, make the conscious decision to make Jesus Christ the center of your life. Knock down all of the other idols if you have to. Evaluate the things in your life that you have not yet subsumed to Christ and do just that. And this is how we as Catholics authentically live out our Catholic faith. And may God bless you.